Hey out there, Automatic. For Automatic Games, of course. Playing a little more KSP, Kerbal Space Program. And tonight I'm finally going to go to the North Pole. I've got some new shit to show off to. It's weird. The music's kind of skipping or something. I don't know. Either way, stream will be starting shortly. Thanks for bearing with me. We'll get started in a momento. I am gonna grab beverages and, well, be right back. Remembered to close my son's door, lest I get too rambunctious and wake him up or whatever. You know, that's the nice thing about long intros. They're veritable standby screens, in a way. Buy yourself a few minutes to remember what you forgot. Anyways, I hope this video is finding folks well tonight. I've been doing nothing but Kerbal. It's a sad addiction at this point, but I still haven't figured out helicopters. That kind of bothers me. Yeah, but what can you do? Yeah, starting at the menu screen. If you can't tell, I'm running a little behind here. I'm always behind midnight lately. It's just the way the schedule works out. Well, so, as to helicopters, I'm not really going to mess with one. But I would like to at least show what I've got so far. Let's see. Heli Test and Heli Test 2. Is that all of them? Untitled spacecraft. I forget what that is. Anyhow, let's see Heli Test. The deal here. Yeah, I think I showed this one. It looks like a helicopter, but its rotor doesn't pivot at all. So it doesn't really fly. Well, it flies. It just has no control. So that is something that I've been working on, trying to replicate a swash plate that I've seen online. Haven't been able to pull it off yet. The second helicopter test is where I finally figured I'll just do the what did she freeze? Oh no. Figured I'd finally do the dual rotors, one atop the other. They move in opposite directions. I learned a thing or two about the adding power to it, but I never finished this one. Another trick, though, coming from a guy that can't even make a working helicopter, is to keep that center of mass under the prop. Sometimes you could just kind of slide in heavy stuff that doesn't belong, like a heat shield or two, because they're heavy. Now, away from helicopters, I do want to show off the F-100. Go ahead and launch it. I don't think I'm going to keep the name F-100. I think I like the F-1. It's got to be a play on Tomcat. Stray Cat, like Stray Cat Strut. The F-1 Stray Cat. It sounds like you're saying, fuck one stray cat, but you're not. It's the designation. Now, this one was an experiment of sorts. So since I said Tomcat, those of you familiar may know that these wings are supposed to swing out on a Tomcat. And that was mainly what I wanted to do. This plane is really wobbly. If I were to try to head down this runway at a normal speed for taking off, she'd lose it. She'd go right into the ditch one way or the other. So this is how you have to take off. As short a runway as possible. So here goes. Activate the stability. I just call it autopilot. Activate autopilot and oh boy, here we go. That'll get us up to enough speed. Shut off the afterburners. Good deal. So the problems with trying to build any plane that has a hinge on it, from what I've come to understand, it when you have something held on by a hinge, whereas you want it to move at some point, especially with aircraft, well, in my experience only with aircraft thus far, because I'm not into spaceships so much, they wobble. And the wobbling will send it off the runway even quicker than I was talking about. And the wobbling will make it very difficult to fly without any stability assist. Which I think this plane is difficult to fly without autopilot anyways. I'll try it for a second if yeah. Okay, that's not so bad. But I didn't try to input anything, you know. Don't know what's up with that light back there. That does not belong there. So just ignore that. We'll get rid of that. So now we're going too fast. This thing can get it's got the highest ceiling of them all, of the ones that I've made. Hey Casper, how are you, man? Good to see you, Casey. I think there's good enough elevation, but yeah, as to how high up this thing can get, what is it? I want to say it's like 14,000 meters. So that would translate to about 45,000 feet. That's a pretty good ceiling. That's the best I've achieved thus far. And it's really, it's all that. Sorry about how loud that probably is all of a sudden. But it's all the afterburners. Anyway. Shut that shit off. Yeah. This thing, it's taking hormones. It's about to transition now. I think its wings are locked, because they have to be. Either that, or I just locked them. Yeah, they weren't locked. There we go. And it slows her down quite a bit. Adds stability. And notice they're not wobbly. That took a lot of looking up. Essentially, I was using hinges. Just normal hinges. But instead, you have to use something called a servo, just because it's more stable. But it wasn't totally stable. I ended up going into... I can't access them from here. At any rate, there's a dampening meter on it. Virtually everything. But when I reduced the dampening to 0, it finally got rid of the wobble. For the most part. But that said, I mean, I'm trying to do something crazy so you can see the wings, how they bend. Oh God, I guess I did a decent job stabilizing that, because they don't want to bend. This will make them bend. Or not. I think I'm being too rough on it. Oh, right on. Yep. And how are the Lakers doing tonight? I don't like that. It can't really do a loop-to-loop. Well, you know, maybe it's because the wings are extended. I don't know. Either way, this plane probably could still use some tweaks, but I've used it for science already on one mission, and I freaking loved it. I don't know what's up with that, though. The deal with the afterburners flaming out seems to be related to harsh maneuvers, so there you can see a little bit of bent in the wing. Anyway, I'm going to take this back and try to land it and call it with this thing, because like I said, I've got plans to go do science on the North Pole. And this time it's a big operation. We're taking a plane capable of carrying a couple vehicles, and so yeah, I'll be putting that to the test. Hey, Ritten, how are you? What an episode title. Thanks, that's... clearly put a lot of thought into that, yeah. Science. It's all for science. Even this apparent, fighter plane, it's a science plane. But we're fighting ignorance. It's our #1 enemy, and this plane personally has, I'd say like 4 or 5 hash marks. I don't know what that means with that premise, but... So the key here is, I mean, this thing's very comfortable going very fast. And it just wants to go fast, even with the wings extended like that. I'm going to see how much of a difference it makes. I'm still getting used to this plane. Built it last night, so... Wow. Yeah, that's way too fast for anybody to... But it's awesome because it would cut down the travel time. Anyway, I gotta do that, and considering the speed, I should lock them. I should slow down somehow. Cut back on throttle. I've got flaps. Dude, you can slow down more than that, can't you? You know what? I should have done I can't do a loop-to-loop, but I should have done some stupid maneuver. Because the plane can handle it, and certainly it would slow it down. Oh, I still might. Let me put the flaps up, though. Not trying to tear anything off. What about that? Is that it? Wow, now you can see the wings flapping a little bit. So it still does have elasticity to it, but... And I didn't know what the dampen meter, like everything has this meter that says dampen among numerous other meters. So I just don't mess with it. I don't know why I didn't think it meant that it, you know, it meant dampen. I actually had to read where somebody said, yeah, why don't you mess with that? It's like, okay. It makes me wonder what the vanilla hinges are for. I mean, if a servo is the same thing but sturdier, why would you ever use a hinge? What am I trying to do? Oh, yeah, flaps. Jesus, I mean, we're still going very fast. Landing gear. That'll slow us down too, I suppose. Yeah. Big old wheels like that, that should give us some drag. Not much though, shit. And we're not trying to plow down on the beach. Man, this thing's it's very maneuverable, but I'm just not comfortable with it yet. But wow, some of the stuff it's doing is ridiculous. That was jolting, probably. And this is not how you land. Shit, neither is that. Sorry. Loud explosions. Anything else want to blow up? No? No, it's all destroyed. Okay. I think I was just too slow or something. Well, no, I was going 82 meters per second when I lost it. Maybe I just lost control. There, something else blew up. Either that or it was a single gunshot. Could have been the guy that designed the plane. I don't know. That was beautiful. Yes. Yes. Touchdown, I think. In airport cadence or even football cadence. Yeah. Parlance, cadence, whatever. Hmm. I'm thinking, okay, so gotta think this through. I'm flying to the North Pole with like everybody. Well, as many people as that plane can take. But I need to launch from. That's right. Okay, so I'm launching from a place called Woomerang. I don't think I want to be in this location, so actually, we'll go back onto the Space Center. That was bad. Didn't mean to bite my microphone there, but. So yeah, I want to launch from here, even though it's plane. And I saved a file of this plane with the vehicles in the back. It's the same plane. It's just called loaded, like a baked potato. Oh, yes. Yeah, there it is. The fleeting C-75 loaded. bacon, sour cream, and chives? I don't know. And remember the weird light up top. Oh, yeah, that's true. That strange light that sometimes illuminates. I know which one you're talking about. It's a mystery to me. The thing about that light, though, is like, it just does it at every altitude or any altitude. So you get kind of complacent because you're like, oh, that thing's on again. Except for, of course, then it matters. Let me make sure this taco has everything. Alright, it's got the little staff car. We've got Science 1. A little, oh, I hope those things have enough power. So much could go wrong. So much will go wrong. But the plan is, obviously, to fly up to the pole. One, we make sure that these cars don't destroy themselves or the plane in flight. I think we can do that. I've looked at that issue. Two, the plane needs to successfully land, which is always a crapshoot. But moreover, it ought to land at the junction or at the border of two biomes. That way it can land and do some science, and a couple of these guys can just jump in Science 1 or whatever and drive over to the next biome and pretty much double our science. In this case, it would be up there. The options are the ice shelf, the polar ice caps, maybe the tundra. I don't know. I don't know how to differentiate the ice caps from the ice shelf. I'm assuming the shelf is the flat part. Hey, Paige. Thank you. Tickled. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Let's make sure this thing has crew. Okay, this is the kind of tricky part. Alright, there's 4 people in the cockpit. That's good. In the back, you've got those 2 cars that are suspended from the ceiling or the walls or whatever. Now, I can put the other scientist is going. We need scientists. I can put them in one of those cars, but every time I've done that, though not with this new setup, mind you, every time I've done that, something's gone wrong, and those people either died immediately or plummeted to the ground. I don't know, but this time I'm not trying to. Here's what. Hey, we're gonna put Valentina in one of them. I don't know. Don't know if that's a good idea, but it's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I think I can also turn off the motors on these cars, because they need to conserve power. It's like by default, I don't want their headlights to come on and whatnot. Oh hell, I can control that in flight. Let's just live dangerously. One of the first planes I built, and it's still probably one of my favorites, I don't know. It's up there. But can it take off from a place like Woomering that does not have a runway? That's the question. Nice. Inbound roommate. Hopefully he's bringing half the rent. No, I'm not trying to set standards for other people. It's fun to say. Oh shit, what if it's nighttime? I don't want to take off at nighttime. Really, I don't want to land at nighttime. Oh, this is good. It's not. Sweet. Shit. It's not the best place to try to take off from. Okay. That wasn't so bad. That was my biggest worry, was that ramp. Okay, now we want to orient ourselves north. Oh, we are facing north. Is that sunset? Fuck. Oh, I wonder. No, don't wait. I'm just gonna go. I mean, we're pretty far north, and we just want to head north. Because it's the North Pole, right? Alright. Hey boy, here goes. Wait, no, decouplers. That should not be. Well, I can start the engines this way. Yeah, that'll work. I have those decouplers staged, like the button I would have hit to start the engines would have actually released the cars. Nobody wants that. We don't want bumper cars in the back of the plane. Gotta hit like 90, I think. There we go. Thank you, little hill. Oh, no. Oh, she feels really heavy. I don't know. Oh my god. This is not going to end well. I mean, or start well. It was the autopilot. I turned it off. That's what saved us, but it's not a super easy thing to do. Control this plane now. Don't know if something broke off, but it wants to lean to the left real bad. Nothing exploded, though. I don't know. Do you call off the mission at that point, or you just go? I'm thinking the money men say, just go. Do it. Do it now. Oh, man. Jeb. I tend to forget his name, yeah. Oh, okay, we gotta get back true north. What a messed up takeoff. I honestly thought we were gonna explode, which might have been for the better, because we just would have restarted it, but... And I don't feel the lean anymore. I think that was just part of, okay, as it leans. Yeah, if it's doing that on autopilot, then... I just got the weight off somehow in the back. This is a bitch to fly. This is not good. Meanwhile, we gotta be going north. Over those lakes. Yeah, the plane's okay. I hope it's still a proper plane. But honestly, I think something would have blown up if we had lost a component. Bill Kerman. If this plane would stabilize, I'd get a better view of these guys. Alright, let me just get it on course, and then I'm going to try to force it to fly itself. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I mean, you can just see how... That's... for the record, I'm never, thus far, I'm never rotating it to the left. Maybe it's the autopilot doing it, but I'm going to see how far she wants to go with it. All the way. Well, that's not good. And normally it doesn't do that. Just to be clear. Killed the autopilot in the hopes that it will lift our nose more. It's amazing, isn't it? Little Kerbal friend. I think we're going too fast. If there is such a thing. And fortunately, I guess that was sunrise, not sunset. I think it'd be dark already. I will not speed up time. In spaceships I will, but man. I did that earlier today with that fighter plane. It was gone in a second. Of course, I'm gonna quick save before I attempt a landing. It's funny, like, not only does it have this roll because of the cargo, its flight ceiling is so much lower. It doesn't have a great high altitude anyways, but certainly a lot more than 3,000 meters. Check the map. It's actually quite a ways. Hmm. Unless this plane completely cooperates, I'm not going to get any breaks. Bastards. Like, if both of those numbers were going up, I'd be okay. Guessing we're not going back either. I'm wondering, I hope there's enough fuel to make this trip. Try to climb a little bit, so I'll take manual control. Really doesn't want to do it. Yeah, I might need an iteration of this plane or this approach that's bigger, has more engines. Just stronger, I guess. Actually, if I manually control it, I was gonna say we're gonna get over 4,000 meters. Anyway, I need to start getting a little higher because I don't necessarily need to go over those mountains, but it seems to be the direction I want to go. Just dead ahead. Don't want to deviate too much. Because again, I don't even know if I have fuel to make it there. How much farther to the South Pole? Well, first of all, we're going to the North Pole. I'm sorry to let you down, but it does have Santa's workshop. But I'm gonna estimate we're gonna have an exhilarating climatic trip that will probably last another half hour till we even get there. I'm telling you, I'm not expecting like big turnouts because Otto's playing KSP. CFC's on the other hand, yeah, it's a little more viewer friendly, I think. It's been a minute since I've played, so yeah, I haven't downloaded any of the updates yet. But then again, Casey and JPEG mentioned him yesterday. Told him I was too addicted to KSP, but yeah, I'll get in there and I can do it in the next few days. I think it could be the next thing I stream. Not necessarily. I don't know if fishing is gonna bring me back, but but Encountering other players? Yes, that'll be fun. You don't see too many people in Kerbal Space Program. Shit, you don't see many trees. But yeah, sadly, I've been quite addicted to this game. Despite the low graphics standard and now, if I could just figure out how to make a fucking helicopter, maybe this game, I'd get it out of my system. I'd be like, good, you did it. And I could step away, knowing that I played Kerbal Space Program and never really went to space. Oh, I figured out something else that matters. This thing up here, where it has the water, that's why it was always on sea level. I had to click it. It's interactive, so now at least it's telling me how many meters are between me and solid ground, not sea level. Because as you'd imagine, over these mountains, sea level just really doesn't matter now, does it? As long as Sea of Thieves doesn't get jealous and stab me in my sleep. Yeah, I've been flirting with these other games. I don't like this. I'm losing altitude. I'm gonna kill the autopilot because it's gonna get us killed. Alright, we're slowly gaining altitude. I mean, I'm safe, but... why exactly did autopilot have us dive so we could take a closer look at the mountains? After I went to all that trouble to gain altitude. This is not a great looking pitch, really. Alright, autopilot can try to kill us again. Yeah, it's but this definitely fills the creative meter for me. You know, like a like Fallout settlement building, or Minecrafting, or you know what I mean, sandbox kind of games. And in terms of like strategy games, I keep playing little bits of a game called Sudden Strike. Well, it's probably might be familiar to some. It's an old series, but Sea of Thieves is always a nice outlet for the multiplayer. That's what keeps me coming back. Hey, Slacker, how you doing, man? Happy to see you in the chat. I'm doing well. See, why is it putting us into a descent again? Screw you, autopilot. I'll take it back. I'll be auto and the pilot. I think there's some trees down there, like 3 of them. Oh wow, the wind is affecting them? Oh, I didn't think that'd be a thing. Huh. Yeah, I'm not fond of the current situation. But I don't think I'm about to slam into those hills. There we go. Getting some altitude. This whole trip has been kind of laggy with all that wind stuff. This plane's just going too fast. But too fast when it's like a 40-minute flight. Man, I don't mind. Don't mind it. That, and I still wonder what the hell went wrong on takeoff. Like, if anything got damaged. It doesn't feel right. What was JPEG cooking? I haven't seen it yet. Check the map again. Oh, man. Well, we're a little more than halfway. To the edge. I'm like, I don't know. I'm guessing that's the ice shelf. I don't know if that would be the polar cap then. Taco meat, Taco Tuesday. We had tacos tonight. The soft variety. Typical thing a pilot would say, but I'm going to cut back on the throttle a little bit, see if it'll take care of the wind shear, which will in turn cut down on the lag we're experiencing in this flight. Fuck, I don't want to do it too much. Whenever it's just that northern air, I don't know. Then again, I am going 245 meters a second. That's... Oh... I should bring up meters to feet. Thang. Hey, Volker, how are you? Early morning indeed. Yeah, you're Eastern Standard too, aren't you? Our West Coast friends think I started a reasonable hour, probably. My wife would disagree. Meters to feet. Or no, I'm trying to look up meters to mile. Yeah, meters per second to miles per hour. We're doing like 245, altitude's dropping. Give me a second, I'll deal with it. So yeah. Okay, 548 miles per hour. Man, I wonder how distinct the tundra is. Like, I think it would be distinct enough that I'd know that it's not grasslands, at any rate. West Coast, and you're nodding. So you're, what, 3 hours ahead, right? I suppose that's, yeah. That's reasonable for some people, so it's 10 or so, if it is 3 hours. And you're nodding off because of the ambient engine noise in this high-intensity gameplay footage. I mean, even the Kerbals, look at them, they're not even... They're just staring. I have slowed the plane down, but I don't know. I don't know what it's done for the lag. I don't think anything. I'm not going to say I'm almost there. Never doing that again in this game, because you think you are, but you're not. 10-10. I wonder, I think taking off in this, you know, with the cars in the back, that could have complicated things, but truly there was no runway. I'm taking off on like foothills. So that's what fucked me up there, I think. But what if it wasn't, you know? What if these, I don't know. Just because I do have to land, and I'm guessing I'm landing on the ice shelf. It can be a little bumpy. Just like snowdrift bumpy, not Not like what's below me now. Either way, I quick save beforehand. It'll be fine. Engine noise, I don't know. Oops, you got a blanket. The attendant will be around momentarily to offer you a nightcap. Oh, I forgot. It's not that kind of plane this time, is it? It's like a C-47 or whatever, but smaller, daintier. There's another debate on tonight. Just kicking myself for missing it. But yeah, I'd like to land it in one try. But I also think that's an audacious thing for me to say. I think if I said that in some kind of like aviation radio network, they'd unmic themselves and laugh their asses off. A couple more trees. It's funny, so I scanned one of those trees and it said, like, these aren't the most common trees on the planet. But, whatever, they stick out. Whereas, like, the most common trees on the planet, it's almost like they're not even there, they're so common. Or something like that. Anyways, they at least made a nod to the fact that like that, I guess, would be a forest. A tree every, shit, that's probably a mile in between each tree. I don't know. Oh, never mind. We're not up that high. Any pillows on this flight? God, I don't know. Do they even have pillows in big cargo? Yeah, you would think. If only I was flying the other one. There's in-flight movies, there's cocktails, first class, second class. Well, not second class, but just regular. It's kind of rude to call them second class. I don't think attendants really do that. Hi, welcome. Are you... Oh, you're second class? Then get the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to help the first class. But when it's a cargo plane, we're all flying first class. Alright. Is the North Pole going to be just over the horizon? Don't say that, because it's not. So, what is the ice shelf? And what is the ice caps? Are the ice caps just like rigid ass mountains? Because I certainly can't land there. But I could land like... I don't know what this is. Maybe that's tundra. Maybe that's the ice cap. But then you got this more rigid stuff, which I'm thinking is the ice cap. Then up here, where it's nice and smooth, that's got to be the ice shelf, right? So I'm thinking land on the ice shelf, right up against the ice cap. And make sure you're not crashing right now. Okay, good. Don't know. Sometimes I just get that feeling like, yeah, You're about to die while you're looking at the map. Oh, I see an icy peak over there. Not insane. Not icy peak. Look. Over there. Oh, doesn't that just make you giddy, everyone? Guess not. So light at the end of the tunnel, though. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to trust my autopilot. I know I'm going to have to land this bitch in a second. Before I go trusting my autopilot, here's what you do. Yeah. Quick save. I'll be right back. Camp Survivor, how the hell are you, man? Good to see ya. Despite the butcher knife and shifty eyes. Good to see you, man. Be right back. I gotta grab something before my plane crashes. It seems to be leveled out. Somewhere I need to write down some of the details of each plane. I think you can do that in game. To kind of tell myself, like, see, at half speed, this thing isn't bouncing. Like, I couldn't have done that 20 minutes ago because I had it at full throttle. But it passed the cigarette test. It did. It flew by itself. But I think that's at half speed. And that's in the case that it's loaded up. Fuel is just above half, so we're good there. Yeah, Camp, it's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. I wonder if I can fly over those. It's either that or we veer off to the left and, like, come in that way. And I wonder, this snow ahead of us, is that the tundra? I mean, that's kind of the problem here is I don't know what's ice caps and what's tundra. I'm just assuming that the heights are the ice caps. I can actually visualize an ice shelf, so there's that. I think I'd be able to spot Santa's workshop. Valentina's in the back in one of those Jeeps. She's probably frozen to death. I'm glad it's daytime. That I kind of rolled the dice with that. But the reason I say that is I did one test with this. Granted, it was in the desert, so it's fairly simple. But succeeded in landing the plane and disembarking the vehicles. Um, that said, it was nighttime, and when I turned on the lights on the plane, since they're essentially modules for the plane, and I didn't think to turn them off, when I turned on the lights on the plane, the lights on the vehicles turned on and started draining their batteries. So we got there, and like the science vehicle made it like, I don't know, half a mile and just died. The other one kept going for a while, but it also has solar panels on it. Fuck, I didn't put solar panels on the other one. Oh well, just landing and getting some science is mission accomplished, in my opinion. Strange seeing me play something other than Sea of Thieves. It is. It's lonelier. but, uh, but yeah, I was just telling Paige that yeah, I'll play Sea of Thieves in the coming days here. Probably the next stream will be Sea of Thieves. I'll still probably start a quarter after midnight because that just seems to be about the time I can get my game started. Don't get me wrong, I can play my games during the day, but I garner dirty looks, and you never know where that could lead. You know, every war began with two dirty looks. That's how it starts. Oh, hell. Minus 16. Yeah, I'm hoping this plane is heated. I didn't actually add a module. Does that matter? No, the cockpit would be. It's just a lady in the back that's sitting in a open Jeep. If she dies, though, it was for the mission. It was for science. Think about what we learned. But yeah, I'll tell you if I see your house, or a house. Where do these Kerbals live underground? Is that it? Makes sense. It's the best explanation I've heard. Alright, well, time to start thinking about the mountains. We're pretty high. I mean, for this plane, we're not very high, but... I think I can clear them. They don't look like the most imposing mountain range. So I clear them, I'll just find a place to land then. Maybe I'll save just before the mountains. And we've got about half fuel, so if I can put the plane down in one go, I could fly back. Just kidding. No, I wouldn't. No, we'll just... You can pretty much shut down your camp and have everything recovered. So, that's what we'll do. That's exactly what happened, right? They didn't have the altitude and they clipped their tail or something. Fuck, dude. They still landed the plane. I mean, the front half. Yeah, don't. Let's try not to recreate alive. But then again, if I quick save ahead of time, it might be worthwhile. Well, from what I hear, there's a crashed UFO up here, but I don't know where it's at. But I think we could get signs from it if I ever find it. But not today. Today, Santa's workshop. Not really. It's not in the game. But that said, though people 13 years old and younger should not be watching this stream, if you are, I was just joking. Santa's workshop is in the game. He's very much in the game. I just wouldn't want to spoil it for you by showing it to you. Hey, Adama, how are you, man? I won't sing. I won't. They had plenty of food, also. Again with the shifty eyes, damn. But yeah, Dama, welcome aboard. We're just about to recreate the opening scene to Alive. Unless the opening scene, I don't remember. Maybe it was in an airport terminal and they're all just tossing around a soccer ball. Or wait, were they a lacrosse team? Fuck, I don't know. They were cannibals, is what they were. I mean, nobody looks at the Donner Party and says he was a hell of a chess player. Who gives a shit? Dude fucking ate people. I always thought there'd be more trees. You know, the closer we get, the taller this range looks. That said, I feel like even fully loaded, this plane can hit like 4,000 feet. 4,000 meters, I'm sorry. 4,000 feet. That would not be very impressive. 4,000 meters isn't really that impressive. It just feels like the quiet before the catastrophe. I don't think that's a phrase, but it seems more apropos to. You know, that almost looks like an ice shelf on the right there. That valley. Wow. Clouds cleared. There's some rendering. There will be clouds in Kerbal too. Clouds and weather. That'll be cool. Backgammon, that's another story. Cannibalism was the only way to go, though. Yeah. That's true. Okay. If I could just clear them just a little bit to the left and then come in alongside them and land. That's kind of what I want to do. What do you guys think? You cool with that? Cool. We're doing it. We will save. I'll be taking the controls, thank you. Gonna need altitude. This isn't even good. I mean, at this rate, we're in the side of the mountain. So, turn off autopilot. We're climbing. No, we're not. We're falling. Oh, thrusters. That's right. I had brought the thrusters down to half. The NTSB would have loved that. Yeah, we'll make it, but we are falling, though. I think because we're stalling, or, well, we're in danger of it. Need to pick up speed. There we go. That's the ice shelf. Looks bumpy as hell. Back down to half speed. It doesn't look very inviting. Where's the ice shelf beyond it? Fuck, why am I in such a dive? Might be landing here. I mean... Oh, you know what it is? I'm not used to having yeah. So I just figured out that I can switch my altitude so it doesn't reflect sea level. So that's what I'm seeing. So I toggled that to ground. If I kept it on sea level, at least I'd know. You know, I'd get a more accurate. What the hell? Never mind. Don't fuck with that auto. Just try to keep the plane going. There. I don't think that's the ocean ahead. I think it's the ice shelf. Okay, that's where we're landing. But you know, whether it's sea level or terrain, it doesn't take away from the fact that autopilot just keeps putting us into a dive. The other auto. My turn-offs include switches, knobs, and especially buttons. You want to watch a live now? I'm sorry. If this plane had any kind of self-control, I'd go back to cockpit mode and look out at the mountains that way, but it's what I want to do. but I know it's not vital to the mission. You know, I'll be happy to be done flying the plane, though. That'd be nice. All right, we'll land over there on the right. Hopefully, just alongside the change in terrain. Plus, since it's flat, we'll get a standard elevation level. We'll hop around on us. That said, I'd better slow down. Although, actually, I'm going to hold off on that. I think the turn itself will slow us down, yeah. You gotta wake everybody up for a live. When she broke up with me, man, what the hell am I doing in this dive? Actually, better do that quick save again. If I was gonna lose it, now would be the time. Come on, get right. I'm sure that's good for the people in the back. For the lady in the Jeep. I mean, there's not people in the back. There's a woman in her Jeep. Fuck, I don't want to land this way, really. Which is the last words heard in the voice recorder. I really didn't want to land this way. To which his co-pilot exclaimed, "No, me neither. I imagined this totally different." Alright, kick autopilot back on. What's it talking about up there? Oh, it must be talking about the Jeeps. We need flaps or something. We need to slow the fuck down. Whoa, that was violent. $500 meters. Gotta slow down our descent. No, don't kill all the throttle. Shit, dude. $150 meters. Gotta get the nose up, or I'd like to. Stabilize. I think we might be in the air. Yeah. The camera lower. I gotta quit with this bouncing shit. This is horrible. Brakes. Or hell, why are we turning like that? Oh, because it's ice. Gonna go look for a live. Hey, Phoenix, how are you? Welcome aboard. We survived a landing. Right on. Yeah, hope all's well with you. Alright, let's get closer to that, the snowdrifts over there, mountains, or whatever they are. Watch it blow up now. Fall through the ice. No, I don't think that's a thing. Blowing up now might be a thing, though. Oh, good God, I finally did it. I've been talking about this for weeks, but landed on the North Pole, and that's half the battle. If I can get these vehicles out the back of this plane, I think that's the other half, because the science is going to happen, just naturally. And we've got stuff to set up, like, not necessarily a camp, but yeah, in a way a science camp, like different modules and stuff that we can set up, and maybe even leave up here. I'm not sure how that works. Probably should have figured that out before I embarked upon this. Alright, we can stop. And let's kill the engines. I made it. Alright, how do I open the back? 8, I think. Oh, I never fixed that. Damn. That was one of the issues that came up during the test, but... Okay, I don't want this to... Yeah. No, stay in the warm plane for a second. Otto's gonna use the restroom on the plane. Alrighty, Casey. Be well, man. Thank you. It was perilous. Too much bouncing for my liking, but seems to be a theme tonight. Lots of bouncing. Anyways, man, be well. I'll be back in just a moment. I'll go ahead and run some commercials there for you, fine folks. See you in a few. And if not, please have a swell evening. Oh, probably want to save too. Yep. Now that we got the flight behind us, at least. Alrighty, folks. Talk in a moment.
It's summer again, and I had my husband bring home a Doughboy portable swimming pool for myself and the children. Well, he's not my husband, but my boyfriend, Chuck. Chuck's strong, and he knows a good bargain when he sees one. He also knows how to treat a lady. You can chuck the sign, Chuck. We want the pool. Portable pools are so much more desirable than public pools. With a Doughboy portable, one can avoid the hazards of public swimming, like strangers, urine contamination, and the occasional floating turd left by an elder that cannot control their bowels. You can also avoid the busty teenage lifeguard tramp that you caught in the Corvega with your cheating husband last Thursday. Portable pools are a backyard oasis, free from pesky people, and if you're like me, you detest people. The children love it too. They can dunk, splash, and play Marco Polo to their heart's delight. Watch me stretch. This is called water aerobics, but it doubles as a seductive how do you do to Chuck or even the pizza boy for when Chuck's not around. Get your own Doughboy portable pool. There's so much you can do with it apart from diving. Someday, I might drown a teenage lifeguard in my Doughboy portable, which would be so much more discreet than killing her at the public pool.
Look here, every man's fantasy. An industrious wife, a real do-it-yourselfer, and smart, too. She's using Kentile vinyl asbestos tile. Easy to install, easy to maintain. When you think quality, you think Kentile. And when you think safety, you think asbestos. Order your set today.
Robco Industries, you have my gratitude and indeed the thanks of a nation. The lady of the house absolutely adores your kitchen of tomorrow. Your vertically opening refrigerator for her convenience is, according to the ball and chain, a godsend. The old bag has a bad back on account of her sledding around in her younger years, but your countertops rise to greet her. Our happy house servant, young and vital, examines exotic recipes via live television broadcast. However, it is time to toast the bread. I was confused by the lack of handles on your cabinets, but with one gentle stroke of Maria's hand, an elevator shelf presents itself. Another stroke from her soft, silky hands, and everything begins to rise. Speaking of rising, what's the devil incarnate holding out on us this time? Oh, this should be good. Why, it's a... Holy smokes. I got... Robco. You have my gratitude, and the thanks of a nation. Because if Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And I pray that this at least satisfies for tonight, just for tonight.
Oh, that's my cue. It's my station ID, I guess. Not that. That. Hey, Plaz, how are you, man? Good to see you. How do I want to do this? Oh, yeah, I never did save. I just paused. Yep, another quick save, please. Keep Jeb in there. Oh, man, I tend to forget that I've added some fancy things, such as, and not limited to, that ladder. Let's get the scientist and the engineer out. I gotta fix my zoom somehow. Goes way too slow. Yeah, it does look more like a space shuttle. Yeah, the nose on that. The windows, especially, are kind of constricting. Let's see. How do I go back to? There we go. The other scientist for sure. This guy's on a mission. Too bad I can't move them all at once or something like that. And we'll see if Valentina survived. She did, I already know that. But I was scared for her. Alright, time to lower that fucking ramp and hope that the plane doesn't go sideways. I suppose even if it does, that said, let's do a crew report. While the plane is still intact, anyways. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Clicking on the hatch and not the actual module. Hell yeah, we'll take it. I guess that's gonna work. Alright. Here's a moment of truth. It's time to release both vehicles and... Oh, wait a minute now. Okay, yeah. Just gotta do it. I'm afraid we lost something. Don't know what. Oh no, and that's on its side? Okay. Well, this is the one with Valentina in it, so at least she survived, but that's a problem. I gotta right this truck somehow. Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit, that works? Hell yeah. Nice, nice. Well, considering she's got a battery life, I can't waste much time. I've got to get a scientist over to the other biome. He should be able to reset the experiments after we run them, and then run them twice. Run them over in that other biome and then here. The only problem is this thing will run out of juice at some point, and it doesn't have any solar panels. The other one does. But then the other one might be destroyed. Yeah, I gotta mess with that zoom. The zoom speed is atrocious. Okay. Just don't tip over. But hey, now I know if you do, this thing can be rolled over by a Kerbal. How are we gonna get up one of those slopes? I've added a lot more weight to this vehicle, too. It probably didn't help with the flight, but it does help with the potential for tip over. I say that, and I feel like I'm about to tip over. I don't think we're getting up there. I don't think it's got the juice for it. But this might be deep enough. I mean, as long as it registers as a new biome. That's all that matters. What I really notice here is the lack of engine noises. There's no music, no noises. Of course, when there's an explosion, it'll be loud as fuck, but got the brakes on. Let's see what biome this is. I'm thinking we landed on the ice shelf. Hmm. We'll do an EVA. Ice caps. Perfect. Yeah. That's what I was hoping. Boy, it's gonna be lots of science. Alright. Time to run the experiments on this vehicle. Or at least some of them. Can't we use the thermometer? Oh, because... sorry, learning curve. Yeah, log pressure data. Good. Get the temperature. Okay, good deal. See how it reacts to how the goo reacts to the temperature conditions here. Yes. All it says is you observe the goo. And finally this one. It's really good science. Close these doors. Oh, actually, I want to say the scientists can take the results and remove them, thereby kind of resetting this. So we'll toggle over to him. He's sliding down the slope. I think he just has to be close enough. He doesn't actually have to be on board, does he? Nope. Nice. So he'll collect that data. Removing the experiment data will render this module inoperable. Restoring functionality will... oh, well, we have a scientist, so yes. Take the data, please. And then, yeah, reset that. Because we'll run it again down by the plane. Shit. For a second I thought he was doomed. Oh, a surface sample. And he's dead. He lived like he died, clumsily. Oh good, he's alive. Back to it. Alright. You want to take a surface sample. Get some cores. This isn't really solid ground, is it? You got a sample, but feared to dig any deeper because of the startling cracking sounds the ice made. Try not to think back on how you landed here. Yeah, it's probably for the best either way. Get back up in there. Nope, don't. Ouch. And he's dead. Full of surprises. Try this again. You know, they kind of make it a chore just to get in a seat. Or there's a hotkey for that. Alright, got science from the cabs. Gonna go back down to the ice shelf. Get science from there. And call it mission accomplished. Oh dear. Just take it easy. I don't want to lose what we've got. We've got a lot. Got a lot of love between us. So hang on, hang on. There we go, hang on. Ooh. To what we got. That could do it, dipshit. Oh, man. We'll do that, because it seems to help. I don't want these people to get crushed. This get destroyed or what? Something blew up, though. You know, maybe it wasn't that. Whoa, man. Jumpy screen plus the climbing mechanics. And the slow pan and zoom, come on. Fuck it, don't climb up on it. Push it out. Yeah, I didn't know they could push them like this, so could be handy. Damn. Alright. I think this thing still works. Or not. Oh, yeah. Damn it. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Maybe it's my design. I don't know. Oh, there is a ladder there. Yeah, that's design. Plus, just how stupid the damn Kerbal is. Stay on there. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Wow, that's weird too. The controls are inverted, or is it backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Yeah. I'm hoping he can just push it over, not with the vehicle. Or, maybe with the vehicle. I forgot how much of a bitch it is, though. Nah, let's not blow it up. That'd be just my luck. Besides, I think getting out of the seat is easy. What happened to just hitting Y button to get out of or carjack a car? Well, looks like you kids got yourself in a pickle. That works. Nice. Something tells me it wouldn't work with the Jeep there, but glad it does with this. Oh. Well, she's at a crawl. Alright, well. This vehicle is damaged or running low on power. Probably the latter. Let's just run the experiments and be done. Start by observing the materials bay. Ice caps. Nope. Okay, we gotta move while we still have some power then. Gotta move. Shit, we can't, can we? That's it. Or no. No, that's just the fact that I released the emergency brake. I think this thing's out of juice. Looks like she's rolling uphill though. Motor enabled. It's just power, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. Try to shut it off and restart it, because that always works, right? No, it's out of gas. Okay. Huh. Well, that's fine. It just sucks to miss out on any of the science, considering we're all the way up here. But there'd be a way to pull it with this one or push it. We're gonna try pushing it. It's still daylight. This vehicle's got a clumsy driver. It's that ladder. It's the ladder to nowhere. Son of a bitch. Really should have ironed all these issues out before leaving civilization. I'm thinking maybe I don't even need to board the vehicle. Maybe I could just stand next to it and click on the seat. Should try that. Alright, now the goal is to push the science truck out. If we can. Ah, hell. Come at it front ways. Shit. There we go. That'll work. It'll have to work. I just wonder how far we have to go before it determines we're not necessarily in the ice cap biome anymore. And maybe I misjudged it. Maybe this section is also the ice cap. I don't know. But now that they've got going a ways, he's going to stop his Jeep. And they're going to, well, we're at least going to see where they're at. Let's do an EVA report. That'll tell us. Ice caps. Shit. Okay, well, we got to keep trucking then now, don't we? And they can all, well, no, they can't all climb aboard this one. Oh, well. It's funny how quiet the game is now, though. I didn't know I had to bring my own ambient music. And I don't have any ready. I think once we get over this, we'll try one more time. But I don't want to send him too far. Shit, yeah, I meant to catch him. Well, I suppose there's an easier way. We just apply the brake. Oh, that's cool. He would have kept driving. So you can kind of, at least in vehicles, set a course for him, and they'll maintain it until they hit something, I would imagine. Alright, let's try another EVA. I still think we might be too close. Shit. Well, damn. I mean, like, how far would we have to go? It's just a shame that this vehicle is dead in the water. It's a huge oversight. Like to get him back to the plane, at least, at this point. At least stop him. Man, I wonder how much further this truck can go. Hey, I can kind of steer. Not really. It's really weird switching between vehicles like that. That was kind of smooth. Sitting in a chair is not. So they just get him heading back the direction. That direction, though. Get him up to like 7 meters. Yep, that'll work. Oh, and the plane could probably raise its hatch now. I might have done that prematurely. There's gear in there that I can set up. I've never done that, but I certainly want to. And of course, they didn't make it. Fuck. Alright, no screwing around. Get him back to the plane. Then I'm gonna take the Jeep. What has he got? An engineer in there? Scientist will take the Jeep and head out alone. As far as the Jeep will take him before it dies. And it will die. Because at least the Jeep has some science on it. Not as much as the science truck I built, but good enough. Uh, leave the seat. He can test the theory of whether or not you can enter a seat without having to climb up on the Jeep. Be good to know. If it's true, then those ladders were a waste. Actually, the ladders were a waste either way. Let's leave seat. Alright, he's gonna go, as far as he can go. Oh, shit, further north, which I actually, that would be south now. Just past the North Pole. Oh, that's right, he was gonna test next to the Jeep. Ouch. Alright, Milos. No, I don't want those. All right. Oh no, it's out. It's out of juice. Yeah, that's all she wrote. I guess if it was gonna die, it might as well do it here. Well, damn. So we did not get science from 2 biomes, just one. Having made the trip up here, I'd almost consider, if I could. No, yeah, somehow, nah, there's no way to do it. I was gonna say, if I could get these vehicles back aboard the plane, I could use the plane to head out that direction. Be hazardous, but be possible. But yeah, there's no way to move the vehicles now that we're down. Both of them. Well, so that's a big flaw that I need to address. And that is that the vehicles just don't have the power. I need to put some of the newer batteries in them, which I have. I guess I've just never tried to use land vehicles on this extended of a mission. Oh, that's right. We have other experiments, though. Let's deal with those. She can almost go back. Yeah, she's a pilot. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Recover vessel. So I'll cash in some of that science now. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of science. Okay, to the tracking station. And that'll send us back to our field team, I guess, right? Pepsi. My resources of Pepsi have dwindled. I mean, I still have more, but they're in the garage, beckoning me. Okay, so the experiments are inside this. Gotta open up that thing again. Be great if he could carry them all. I know there's a trick to these too, like which ones you want to use first, or no, rather, whether you want an engineer to deploy them or a scientist. Deployed science powers. I'm gonna guess scientist. Okay, so that's how that works. So you can only carry one, yeah. What's your step, dude? It's my fault with the ramp. Um, Time to set up science. Now, this vehicle, I'm tempted to leave here with the experiments and stuff because it does have a solar panel, so it'll get some power back, and maybe I can still make a run over there. Okay, so I've never done this. Do I just drag and drop or click on it? Oh, click on it and drop. Okay. No, that's not how you do it. Okay, so... Oh, we can plant a flag? How the fuck do I deploy this? This is a problem. What? Oh, okay. Oh, hell. No. Not sure how to deploy it. I think I need to figure that out. Look, if nothing else, scientist, raise a flag. Is that fairly straightforward? Yeah. Although we should do it up on the highest peak, but that's not where we landed, damn it. Site name. It's the North Pole. I mean, maybe on up where the peaks are is really the North Pole. Let's call it North Pole-ish. You know? And, added plaque to say, close enough. And good. Oh, how the hell am I going to be able to deploy that thing? Anyways, here's what I think I'll do. I'm leaving a scientist here. No, I should probably just call it a stream and figure out how to do that on my own time. Then I can explain it next time, I think. Suffice it to say, I mean, it's, other than falling on the ramp, it is mission accomplished. I made it to the North Pole, was able to do some science. We have the gear to set up a permanent camp here, semi-permanent camp. I think we'll do that, but as stated, it's going to take a second to figure out how to do that. I'd rather just call it here and maybe kick off the next one with that, or at least tell you how it went down. Nevertheless, I'm going to get a lot of science from this, so that's cool. I'm down with that. No accidents tonight. That's important. It's important to me. Did you know you are free? That said, so thank you for spending some of your free time with me. I appreciate everybody that stops by for these. Again, I know that they're not the most compelling things, but hey, like Casey said, we play what we want to play, and yeah, that's... I've had a mild addiction to this recently. Maybe a major one. So I also need to get my people to the Badlands on a big old science trip. In the future, I'll be doing that. I'll also be doing a mission or two. And before you know it, I'll be trying to get back into orbit. Or rather, get into orbit. Excuse me. Whoa, that was burp speak. It takes a special talent that can only be cultivated with lots of Pepsi. Or Coke. You Pick your poison. How am I gonna make this camp? It's so weird that you can't set the shit down. Still looking at it. I'll never understand it. Actually, I have to. Review sample, EVA report, review stored data. Hell, I don't know. Anyways, again, I'll figure that out on my own time. This is automatic for automatic games. If you like this. If you are subscribed, I hope to talk to you soon. I am going to figure out how to set up this camp. Next time on the channel, I think I'll give them the peer pressure and play Sea of Thieves. I already regret promising it, though. Damn it. I just want to give Kerbal all my time. Be well, you sexy bastards. Good night.